Welcome everybody to another edition of WCW 2005 here in TEW 2020, and we're shouting out with another Nitro as we're 2 weeks out from Fall Brawl. And it's a very interesting Nitro. It's one of those Nitros where I'm either say they're going to be an 82 and some channels are going to be pissed off at me, or it's going to be like a surprise 91. But as the show starts off, we don't have our usual opening promo or anything else. We have The Truth coming out to a big pop and basically saying, he's calling out Awesome via rap. He's saying like he's more than just talk. Maybe a joke about the triumvirate. He's got a message especially for Awesome. He may be a champ, he may be a beast, but he's just going to be a feast for the truth. Don't try to hide. Blah blah blah. It's time for Truth to seize the day. All that fun stuff. Then Awesome comes out, basically nods, and the fight is on. As this gets an 85. Good opener as we have our US title match to open the show. And, okay, they did not seem to click, which is unfortunate. Well, it's not so bad because this is not like a long-term feud, so better, and honestly, better was like the opening match here. It sucks in the sense that like I wanted a really great opener. But yeah, this goes 11 minutes. It's probably just a bit of a sloppy brawl because like Awesome is awesome. Truth is a good worker, but he's not like a super worker, so he does his stuff. Maybe it's a little inconsistent and choppy, but eventually, Truth nails the Truth or Consequences right in the middle of the ring. I imagine like Awesome never actually hits the Awesome Bomb on him because like Truth never always gets out of it. But Truth hits a few big moves, hits the Truth or Consequences right there, and we have a new United States champion right here, live on Nitro to start things out. This gets a 77. Truth gets 74. Awesome gets a 78. But really still a good start to the show. And of course, the Truth celebrates with the US title as he enters over. What a big moment this is for the Truth right here on Nitro. And now it's official. The Triumvirate are titleless. So yeah, they've gone from having all the belts basically to having none of the belts, which was sort of the plan there. So let's get to 73 as we move forward here on Monday Nitro. We have then we have the entrance putting over that is a big tag team main event tonight, where Eric Bischoff has decided that yes, the Hardys will defend the titles next week here on Nitro, 6 days before Fall Brawl. And it's going to be a big 4-way match, as it's going to be Kaz and Yang of Ninkyo, Toland and Leppan, Wright and Chavo, and the last team of Evolution, and a big match for them, all in a fatal 4-way, where the first team to get the pin gets the title shot next week. So let's get to 68, as it's just like the graphic. And then we go backstage where Rey Mysterio Jr., our WWE World Champion, is here, and once again he's confronted by Prince Osei, and it looks Skipper as Osei basically says, "I'm the Prince of Ghana. I could make you the richest luchador there ever is. Just give me what I want." And Rey Jr. is like, "Why would I give you the belt? It's not like you keep the title. Like, WWE was tripping for me for 5 seconds. And I'm not going to give it to you anyway. So just, have fun in Ghana, where maybe you can buy it whenever you want. But this is WCW where you earn what you deserve." And okay, there's about to be a fight. But Rey is backed up by cruiserweights Matt Sydal and the Great Sasuke, and a 6-man match is later tonight with Osei and Skipper fighting a partner. They get to 671 as Operation gets the cruisers over by putting them in angles made of talent continues. So there we go. And then we have a quick backstage segment where Stacey Keibler basically hypes up Kaz and Yang, and she says, "For too long, you two men have not given what you deserve in this company. That's why you went to the Ninkyo and why you've been embraced by them. And why I was embraced by them. Go out there tonight and prove your worth." So, solid promo, 70, good stuff. And then we have Jett coming out of the ring, and he basically cuts a promo saying, "Look how long it's been since I've been on TV. Everybody else is getting opportunities, and me, Jett, money, is not getting any damn opportunities. I want somebody to come out here and fight me so I can prove that I deserve to be on here every damn week." Dun, 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 dun. Out comes Goldberg. Jett does a shot face, and there we go. It's 82, and Bill Goldberg kills Jett in 3 minutes. It's jackhammer, yeah. Honestly, I should probably find stuff for Jett to do, but he's sort of stuck in this weird position where he's not over to be in the main event talent. I've done enough with him in the cruiserweight division, so yeah, I don't know. Gets a 70, still fun. Jett gets 69, nice. Goldberg gets a 90 because he's fucking Bill Goldberg, and there we go. And then Goldberg celebrates, gets 68 as he enters over, a big win for him. what's next for Bill Goldberg long term here in WCW. Then we go backstage, like a quick segment where basically when the cameraman's like sneaking up and we see Tracy Roberts and Reckless Roberts talking, and Reckless is basically like, is the plan on, Trace? And Tracy's like, absolutely, he won't see what's hitting him. So 48, it seemed like the Roberts have a plan to make sure Austin Aries does not get a shot at the Cruiserweight title. Then we have a quick promo where Ric Flair is standing, in front of Blaster Lashley and Cesaro. He basically says, tonight's the night. Already, my two men, the hottest young stars in this business, the evolution of this business. We step in the ring with 3 tag teams. Right, Chavo, your talent is hell. Ninkyo, well, you got a pretty ballet. And Toland Leppan, we've come across you before. But this man, as he points at Lashley, is an All-American and a bad, bad man. And this man, he points at Cesaro, knows 5 languages and can twist you up like this. They are evolution. Woo! So 72, quick promo as, Flair puts him over. And then, out comes the babyface, and then out comes Osei and Skipper. And Osei and Skipper says, a great thing about being Prince is you have absolutely limitless resources. So using those limitless resources, I made a man an offer he can't refuse to battle with me tonight against you through 3. Out comes Randy Savage with Don Fry. Looks like we have a 6-man. Let's get to 64. Actually, not bad. But then we have the actual 6-man tag, which, is a fun little tag match. It's basically, Don Fry, beating the crap out of the cruiserweights. Rey Jr. flying around, actually looking impressive against Fry. Actually gets a near fall. Eventually, Fry gets, is able to lock Rey in a submission, but Rey gets to the ropes. There's a little bit of miscommunication between the heels. Skipper gets into high flying. Things break down. Rey hits a big dive on Fry on the outside, and they actually begin to fight a little. But that allows Osei to take over and nail Suzuki with a low blow, then hit the butterfly DDT to pick up the pinfall win, and the big win here on Nitro for the heels. This gets a 73. Rey Jr. gets a 97, just, randomly. Suzuki gets a 69. Sydal gets a 68. Fry gets a 66. Because this was on Steal the Show, so that's probably why that happened. Skipper gets a 57, and Osei gets a 55. Also, Don Fry is really off his game, which, honestly, that makes sense. These 6 men, Don Fry would be off his game in a match with these 5 guys, And then the heels celebrate. Well, Osei celebrates, Skipper celebrates, Savage celebrates, Fry looks angry, because he's Fry. But this gets 63, fun stuff. And then we have a quick backstage statement as Dawn Marie hypes up her men. Every single week, I have to remind you why I'm here, and that's because I have the best tag team in this business. An international superstar. The sexiest man in WCW, no matter what anybody else says. As she adjusts her shirt. Tonight, they will win, and nobody can stop them. 64 again, hyping up the main event. And then we have the return of the Graveyard of Souls. As your friend and mine, the Morning Star is surrounded by his tattooed monster, Kai Graves, that cures us in, and his new witchy valet, Morgan, who just is standing beside him. Once again, it appears Raven has chosen to meddle in affairs far beyond his grasp. Our conflict, our sacred war, Raven has been long. Lots of battles fought in many places, yet with each passing of the moon, the stakes grow higher. The confrontation gets closer. Yes, we brought in the flame, and only grow warmer and hotter. You were successful in breaking the control of Messias. You have chosen to stand with a false prophet. You think you have brought the truth of the message, but all you have set stage for, Raven, is a conflagration. There is an order to things, a balance of power, an equilibrium that must be preserved. Raven, you've disrupted this balance. And you've tipped things in your favor for the moment. But the pendulum will swing back. And when it does, it'll bring us the full wrath of the message and Deadpool. A conflagration is coming, Raven. You have meddled with forces you cannot comprehend, beyond the understanding of some 2-bit cult leader who thinks he's special. The prophet will be revealed for what he is, a false messenger, and you will see in your downfall. the true power of the message. You will kneel before it all ends. That is the truth that the message has promised me, and it will not be made incorrect. So there, 75, good promo. And this angle is this angle. You either probably love it or you absolutely despise it and want me to end it as soon as possible. And then we have our next thing as, Austin Aries comes down to the ring. He actually gets a mixed reaction as, they don't like him, but he's a good wrestler. And, Tracy and Reckless are kind of annoying. And Tracy and Reckless come out and basically say, we looked all over the backstage area for somebody who could defeat you. Well, the answer was right in front of us. Please welcome the man who's going to make sure that you are no longer our problem, Teddy Hart. Kind of a shock pop as he comes out, and then he takes the mic and says, okay, I just want to make this clear. I don't like these two assholes, as he points over at Tracy and Reckless. But Austin, I dislike you even more. Because here's the thing. At least they've got planned. You just think you should be handed everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick your ass. And hey, maybe I'll decide I want to be Cruiserweight champion. As he looks over at Reckless, but let's get this going. So 57, fun little thing. And yeah, basically I didn't want to put the Harley in the main event. This made sense. And I had an idea that's that they would bring out some big heel, but that wouldn't make sense either. So there we go, 57. And then we have the actual match. So it's a fun little high spots match. It's Austin Aries and Teddy Hart in 2005. What the hell do you expect? And they battle back and forth, fighting, brawling, all over, fun stuff. And it looks like Teddy Hart is going, Teddy Hart is actually going to get the win. But Austin Aries goes low and he takes advantage. But then all of a sudden, coming out to the ringside area is Romeo. And Romeo, there's a distraction. But the thing is, Teddy Hart is the one distracted as he's yelling at him, what the hell are you doing out here? And Romeo's shouting out, don't you know the plan? And Teddy's like, what plan? And then he turns around, kick, wham, brainbuster, 450 splash, 1, 2, 3. Austin Aries picks up the victory, and was Romeo part of the Roberts plan? Because if it was, it sure didn't work out that well. So this gets a 70. Austin Aries gets a 70-52. Taylor gets an 88, and he was not happy about doing this job. He was really not happy. So yeah. Might have to assuage him, but we'll see. But this gets a 70, good stuff. And Aries celebrates, makes title belt motions, and we may have a heel title match coming up for us. And then we have something very interesting. So basically, we cut backstage, and we have a very angry Eddie Guerrero. He is just pushing against, lockers, kicking over benches, and he says, "Dos veces, 2 times. Every time I get in that ring, I pour out my blood, sweat, and tears, even if nobody likes it. I say, it feels like nothing will go my way. Everybody is against me. Bischoff, WWE officials, the fans, fate. I don't need any of this BS. I am Eddie Beeping Guerrero. I am the best wrestler on the planet. And I prove myself every single night. O'Hare, I know you're walking around thinking you're the future and the president of this business, but the reality is," and then he, your voice off screen says, "Eddie, what the hell, man?" And he turns around, we see Jack Evans, which gets a pop from the young women, actually more of the men. And Jack is like, "Eddie, look, I was almost a decade ago when I was a teenager, I didn't have dreams of being Hulk Hogan. I didn't have dreams of being Lex Luger. Hell, I didn't have dreams of being Bret Hart. I had dreams of being Eddie Guerrero. Every single week, I look forward to the Cruiserweight matches and the other matches you were involved in, the U.S. title matches. You were the guy I wanted to be. You were flying high. You were doing whatever you could. And, even when you were a bastard, the fans still loved you. But now, you came back, and I was looking so much forward to it. But now, look at you. You're nothing but a little bitch, Eddie." Ooh, big pop. "You're coming on everything and everyone. It's always somebody else's fault. It can't be that Sean O'Hare is actually one of the best wrestlers on the roster. It can't be that You're just not going to walk here and dominate just because you were good a decade ago. And then Eddie's really pissed and he says, who the hell are you, muchacho? You think because you won a couple tag titles, you think you know what it's like to be at the top and have everything taken away from you? And Jack's like, says, I don't have to be a top, like at the top of the card. Yes, it sucks when me and Teddy lost the tag titles. But you act was like, seriously, we lost. It happens, especially in wrestling. Not everything goes your way. Nobody wins every single match. Even Goldberg lost. But I didn't, like, break stuff backstage. But hey, man, I just want to talk to you. But if you want to be this, have fun with it. And then Jack Evans walks away as Eddie is very, very upset and just, like, stares into the camera. 99, great fucking segment. And this is something interesting to look forward to. So there we go. And then we have our big tag match, of course, set up last week as we have the Chosen Few versus Babyfaces. And this is just a complete and total, like, mess of a brawl. Like, it's Gigantes throwing around people. It's Mark Jindrak battling. It's Jeff Jarrett going old school Memphis and fighting people. It's Brother Ray being his ECW self. And eventually what happens is what you expect is Brother Ray and Jeff Jarrett start fighting to the back. And Mark Jindrak is able to hit a low blow. And then he actually hits a low blow and actually hits a huge power slam on Jindrak, on Gigantes, but Gigantes kicks out. He yells for the ref. Johnny Vine slips in, drops Gigantes with a big chair shot. Jindrak comes in, boom, hits another big move, 1, 2, 3, and the heels win, which gets us an 84. Fun stuff. Gigantes gets a 48. I wish I could listen to the feud, but like it's all been set up. So Brother gets a 91, Jindrak gets a 73, and Jarrett gets an 85. And then post-match, we have the wild fight as it's 3-on-2. But then the truth comes out. The U.S. champ is here. And he fights and fights him off. Babyface stand tall, and this gets a 91. And then we have our final promo of the night as Alex Wright, like, Chavo pipes up right and says, this is our time, man. Like, it's our time. I say, we can do this. Okay, of course we can do this. We're the best tag team on the planet when we want to be. And right now, I want to be. Chavo smiles, and they head out. And this gets a 70. And then we have our Revolution recap featuring Chuck Palumbo. Focused on him winning the Battle Royal last week, which gets a 70. And then it's time for our main event. And this is either going to be like a 74 or like a 93. Okay, yep, 79. Okay, I mean, it's a little disappointing, but I also, like I was really, honestly, Kaz, Wright are not, Kaz and Wright are not going to be able to push the other two people. But, I mean, this is what it is. Let me make sure there's nothing else that popped up. Yeah, okay. I mean, Kaz looked awesome. He was able to kick fools, throw people, kick people around. Blaster Lashley got his spots. We had a fun spot with, probably Claudio throwing around Toland and Leppan. Wright and Chavo, though, every came, they were just in there, moving around, hitting their big moves, hitting double team moves. And eventually things break down as you expect. And Wright and Chavo are able to hit a big double team move on Tank Toland. Wright drills him with a double arm DDT. And after 12 minutes, 1, 2, 3, Wright and Chavo pick up the win here on Nitro and earn a title shot against the Hardys right here on Nitro. Like I said, this gets a 79. Chavo gets a 76, which is good. Wright gets an 83. Yang gets a 59. He's getting there slowly. Kaz gets a 95. Claudio gets a 59. Blaster gets a 34. Tank gets a 73. Ray gets a 72. And then Ninkyo are very upset, and they go right after Alex Wright after he gets the pin. Chavo tries to make the save. He's also getting beat down when some familiar music hits, and he comes down running after being gone for a while. Tajiri's back, and he makes a save. Missed. And even a miss for CC Keebler. He helps for Alex and Chavo up. And it's a big face ending, which gets a 62. And yeah, this is going, yeah, okay, wow, okay. See, have one good angle, have two good angles, and you're good to go. But yeah, 87, I mean, not our best show by any measure. But considering we didn't have, Keenan, who's still injured. We didn't have O'Hare. We didn't have Eddie in a match. We didn't have a backstage Chosen Few segment, even though I guess we sort of did with the ending. We had Bobby Lashley in 2005 in a main event. We had a tag match main event. So yeah, all things considered, I'm not going to be upset about that show. Even if I know we probably got killed in the ratings because WWE had a rating of 99. Even though with the brand lottery I did, they might be resetting things. I don't know. I also went back because like they did some weird booking. Is I took all the titles to basically like we did where they're on both shows, and I also resettled things so all people in various teams and stables were on the same match. So all right. So male wise, Fit Finley. Okay, hey Fit, have fun in WWE. Like I got nothing for you, brother. Okay, I might have to like go in and have them like get rid of these old people they've signed because like the idea for them to bring people up. Oh man, god damn it! I can't believe they did a draft to do their draft. Shit. Now I'm gonna have to double check to see what they actually did. Anyway, this got an 86, so that's interesting. So we had CM and Maven defeating Ron and Adam Jacobs on the undercard. We had Thrasher defeating LA Smooth in a 40. We had an interview with Batista, Big Show, and Jericho. Crash Holly defeating Viscera. Rick Steiner making his return, defeating Grandmaster Sexy. We had Mahali and Amber James defeating Elizabeth Love and Jamie Keys. We had Vampiro defeating Joey Matthews in his debut. Then we had Batista, Big Show, and Chris Jericho defeating Farouk and the Outcasts in 96. Which, oof, that's a Batista face turn. That's unfortunate. Then we had Kurt Angle and Edge defeating Skyfall K-Blood and Punk in a 99. And that got a 2.97. And Nitro got a 2.66. So we're getting there. Let me look at what WWE did. Let's see here. Yeah, let me actually quick check stables. Okay, so I mean, so the stables are still here. Again, okay. I guess the problem is they want to let like everybody on a brand. Like if I do like a search, and I do no brand. Like there's only some people they haven't actually like debuted, so that is a problem for making the game do a is like there's going to be stuff like this where various people are not on the same brand. Like this actually is pretty good because we got Vampiro. Okay, so yeah, I might do some adjusting in the back just to have the right people on the right shows. Like right now, like yeah, I don't know. I might also like have them create an additional title. It's weird. It's very weird. But yeah. Regardless, we had a good show. Look at our mail. Yeah, we could just fit in the offer. But yeah, I'll be back in just a second with Revolution. Welcome to Revolution, live from the beautiful Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado, in front of a crowd of a little under 14,000 people, and the crowd rises to their feet and begins to boo as the number one contender to the World Heavyweight Championship comes out on his bike with Raven Rain behind him. It's Chuck Palumbo, and he is getting booed, and the crowd does not like him. They do not like the fact he is the number one contender, but Chuck Palumbo does not give a fuck. He takes Mike and says, well. I promised you. I promised all of you. This is what was going to goddamn happen. You got bleeped for that, but I did. But you still wished. You thought maybe Paul London would pull it out, or one of the undercard guys, or maybe even somebody you didn't like as much as you didn't like me. But you didn't get what you wanted. That's life. But hey, sometimes you do get what you want, like I do. So here I am, number one contender, finally getting my shot at the WWC World Championship at Fall Brawl. Ain't that great? But, Rey Mysterio Jr., you're the champion. You're the defending champion, the guy, right? It's a big deal. You're luchador, first masked world champion, all that good stuff. And here's the thing, Rey, I don't have to pull that BS and say you're some terrible wrestler, or you're some little Mexican jumping in with around and destroy. Because the reality is, you're a fantastic wrestler. You're one of the best in the world, and you revolutionize the sport. I'm not going to deny that because it's true, and I only tell the truth. But here's something, Rey. You're a great little man. And a great little man can do great things against other great little men, and even great mid-sized men like, Kidman. But now you're up against somebody who outweighs you by nearly 100 pounds, who's taller than you, who has fought men like Goldberg and Macias, in that ring and battle them. So yeah, it's not going to be an easy match. I'm not going to say it's going to be over in 2 minutes or anything like that. Because again, that would be a lie. You're going to give it your all. You're going to give your heart. You're going to be such a bright and shining example to all those little kitties out there. But then those little kitties are going to be crying because you can give all you want. But here's reality. In real life, David doesn't have the slingshot. Goliath just crushes his damn skull. And Rey Jr., you got a few more weeks out of that belt. Enjoy it. Enjoy all the personal appearances. Enjoy all the fun. Enjoy being world champion. Because in a little over a week, it ends. It ends for good. And I get to shut everybody up who thinks they're better than me. And look, you're going to be mad about this. Oh no, Rey Jr. lost the title so quickly. But, you know, those people, they've always disliked me. Because I didn't wrestle on the indies, or I didn't wrestle in Mexico or Japan. I'm a PowerPoint guy. You're damn right I am. And I'm going to become the world champion. And you're just going to have to deal with it. Big Hill response, 100 promo, and there we go. Let's get rolling. Then the entries put over. It says an 8-man tag, but it's actually a 10-man tag after I realized what I want to do here. As it's the two teams going for the World Tag Team titles. Fighting Hardys and the Americans Wanted, teaming with your called shot winner, AJ Styles, to take on Billy Kidman, Lance Storm, Keenan Sharpe, Cash, and Jamie Knoble. So it's a big 10-man tag as this gets a 73. Then go to the ring for our opening match, which is our triple threat match for the WCW Women's Championship, World Tag Team Championship, set up last week. And it's a fun back and forth match. But it really does seem like the Angel Foxx Lexi James of Captivation and the European Disunion are more focused on each other than Social Sheen. And that what trips them up. As it's a tough, the reality is, Ninkyo Cole and WCW Music are two of the best wrestlers in the women's division. Lexi James and Angel Foxx are former women's world champion. And Social Sheen are relative newcomers. They done well in the Dev Fed. But, it's a more competitive scene here. But again, they've gotten their big wins, and this is their shot. And what happens is they take advantage of the chaos. Angel Foxx hits her 21st Century Fox move for a near fall, and things go into chaos. Busick tries to hit a big sort of gut-wrench suplex to get a pinfall on Lexi, but Vital makes the save. Things break down, but it's unclear who's legal. Lexi James actually hits a Lexi DDT on Busick, but Vital, playing the smart babyface, is able to knee her in the back, throw her out of the ring, and then as Busick is recovering, she hits a Le Magistral on Busick. The ref sees it. 1, 2, 3. Busick kicks out, but it's too late. The long reign of European Disunion are over, and your new women's tag team champions are the Social Scene. Gets a 65. Colt gets a 73. Busick gets a 65. Radcliffe gets a 59. Vital gets a 63. And Fox gets a 69. Lexi James gets a 61. Nikita and Lexi's gimmicks are getting stale, which is interesting. Let me see if there's anything else on the dirt sheet. Just I'm sort of interested. Okay, only thing is inconsistency. So, but hey, I'll take that. But then, of course, not like the crowd pops, but then Captivation, including Lizzie Dumas, who are at ringside, are very upset as they've been battling for the shot to finally be the top part of the women's division. And this, what they see is bullshit happens. And they go after, they go after the champions and they beat them down 3-on-2. They fight valiantly, but 3-on-2. But then, European Disunion push them away. Seems they dislike, James and Fox and Dumas more than they like losing titles. They push them away, and they sort of say, look, we lost tonight, and we don't like that. And these four lines won. But still, please step away. And then we see he steps in, as she really says, because it's our turn. And then it's a 5-on-2 beatdown. Until the WWE officials finally come down, but the new women's tag team champions have been absolutely destroyed by these 5 women. They get to 69, and yeah, here we go. Then we have a backstage segment where Amy Wilbur interviews Booker T, basically, ask him, you have a match tonight against Sonny Siaki, but Cash is still around. Are you going to be focused on getting your revenge for your loss to him in the man tournament? Booker says, every night I think about what could have been. I know I'm not at the tippy top of my game anymore, but I'm still a damn good wrestler and one of the best in the game. So Sonny Siaki, you want to make a name for yourself? Well, sorry, but you chose the wrong damn man to try to make your name on, sucker. So when I walk in that ring, I'm going to kick your ass from 3 to Sunday. Can you dig that? 82, solid promo from Booker as we move forward. Then we have a fun little in-ring statement as Travis Slaughter comes down to the ring and he says, "Hey folks, I was told to come down here because I got a big title match." Then out comes Ken Anderson. Anderson says, "You're damn right, Sonny got a big title match, but you see, they didn't tell you you're in store for an ass kicking. And look, it's nothing personal. I'm sure you'll do something in the sport eventually. But right now, you're in my way. I'm the TV champion. I'm here to show everybody in the audience why I'm a big damn son of a bitch." So 85, really good promo from Anderson. Like, he's got really good promos. Like, and then he beats Trevor Slater in a little under 6 minutes with the Kenton Bomb. Solid match, gets a 68. Ken Anderson gets a 71. Trevor Slater gets a 44. And there we go. And then Anderson celebrates. We get to 70. And then we have a quick segment as Annie and Nikki, our new Women's World Tag Champions, are getting worked on. And, they basically, are Lila Vez and Ronnie Jonah, other members of the women's division, kind of basically comfort them and whisper them. And then, you see a plan possibly formulated. This could say 31 because it's literally a minute and none of these 4 women are great on the mic. Whoops. Let's actually move this forward. Let's try that again. And then we cut backstage where it's Rob Van Dam with his advocate, Paul Heyman. And Heyman says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you tonight with the only reason WCW exists." Now you may say, that's a lot to say, Paul. That's a lot to claim. But look at the record. When Eric Bischoff was getting the money to save WCW from being nothing but a spot on Vince McMahon's wall, another trophy, he named men like, yes, Booker T, like Canyon, like even all the cruiserweights as the future. But he named one man who was not part of TEW to be his star. He named Rob Van Dam. And RVD was not here at first, but when he came here like a shot, and he rose to the top. He was unparalleled, unrivaled. He was first Mr. Monday Night, but now he's here and he is Mr. Wednesday Night. And Paul London, you got lucky. And already says this up. You're right, man. You got lucky. But you got one surprise. But that's it. That's it, man. And then he smirks again. Look, you had your moment in your son, buddy, but it's time to face reality. Luck runs out. Talent doesn't. Heyman steps in and says, "You're right. Talent is forever. And no one in this business has more talent than Rob Van Dam." London, at Fall Brawl, there will be no surprises, no flukes, no big moments, no shocking moments. There's going to be just unalterated, absolute action between 2 of the best in the sport. Because that's what's the truth, Paul London. You're one of the best. But Rob Van Dam is the best. And already says, that's right, I am the best, because I am the whole, and he was a pause in for the crowd who can't fucking, because it's still an audience who wants to be able to swear, even though he's a heel, show. And Heyman says, correct. So, 95, great promo, continuing the feud, and did I actually book that match yet? No, I did not. So I'll officially book that rematch for Fall Brawl. Paul London versus Rob Van Dam. Also, what was basically announced on WCW.com is a rematch between Jamie Knoble and Keith Walker. And let me see here. Women's match. Title match. Newest title match yet. Tag title match is set. Nothing else is really there. Okay. Just wanted to double check all that. Then we move forward with our match, which is Booker T versus Sonny Siaki. Ooh, lots of people's gimmicks getting steel. Jeez. Okay. Okay, boss. Wow. So we got Booker, Nikita, and Lexi. Interesting. Anyway, fun match, but it was basically a squash. Like, this was Booker getting revenge. Like, Sonny's still an undercard guy. He'll rise up sooner, but, you know, like, pretty, like, straightforward win. Like, solid match, you know, but it was a very middle of the card match. Booker gets his win, hits the bookend in a little under 7 minutes. Gets a 70. Booker gets a 78. Sonny Siaki gets a 56. And then Cash runs in, attacks, like, basically comes behind, nails him with a sort of like modified, like, Hurricane DDT, then goes for the dead level and drills it on Booker and then walks away smirking as he wants to put over. Cash will be in action later tonight in the main event. This gets a 67. Fun stuff. And then we have a very interesting thing as we have a confrontation that turns into an absolute brawl. As all the baby faces go in the women's locker room, you know, Busick and Colt set them up. Then comes Captivation, where gets done. You know, Lexi calls it a fluke. Nikki fires back, saying your whole career is a fluke or something like that. You know, you want to fight? Let's do this now. And there's a damn fight. And before the officials eventually come in and break things apart, but, like, you know, it's a fight. They go into the showers battling. It goes against locker rooms. Everybody's fighting everybody as things continue to break down. As it gets a 54, and yes, we're building something. And then we have a backstage statement as we have the rest of the heels backstage as Billy Kidman is still pacing, as Lance Storm, you know, is basically, like, talking to April Hunter about some plans. And then in walks Keenan Sharpe and Jamie Knoble, and Jamie Knoble says, I don't know why we're fighting tonight. I got nothing to do against America's Wanted or the Hardys. Why the hell are they not giving me match Heartwalker so I can prove to everybody I'm still the main man? And Sharpe says, you need to walk the path, my friend. Knoble says, don't talk to me about BS. I'm a good Christian boy. Yes, I'm going full Southern guy for Knoble. Sharpe says, whatever. You all walk the path. And Kevin says, I don't care about the path. I don't care about your wars with that Walker guy. Tonight, we need to make a statement. All of us are flirting in the wind. I used to be world champion. Storm used to be TV champion and tag champion. Sharpe, you were one of the rising hot young stars on this brand. Jamie Knoble, you just lost to Keith freaking Walker. But tonight, we've got two of the best tag teams in the business, and we can prove we're better than both of them. Everybody agrees, and the fight is on. So this gets to 96. Yes, I did book this before I figured it was going to be at 10-man. Then we have a big semifinal match as Joanie Laurer takes on Celine Cartier in a battle of two former women's champions, and it's a back and forth match. And here's the thing, like, Joanie's been depowered a little bit, being away and doing some drops. So, like, it's not quite, like, even, but, like, Cartier, like, gets some big moves in. Like, she does some high flying around, gets some big boots, looks tough, almost like she's a good worker, and people currently in AEW should maybe listen to her. Like, anyway, nothing. And she actually, like, gets a few big moves and actually goes to pick up Joanie for the air raid crash, but that's where she messes up as Joanie takes over, throws her around, big boot, another big boot, clothesline, picks her up, powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Completely clean win. Like, nothing fancy, no cheating. You know, because Lawler doesn't have to do that. She's Joanie freaking Lawler. 74. Joanie gets 79. Celine gets 78. I forgot to put a storyline on this. Oh well. And then we see something interesting as Cartier is, like, you know, like, sort of struggling to get up after the powerbomb, and Joanie goes to pick her up for another powerbomb, but then she lets Cartier go, like, sort of pushes away, and sort of just laughs and says into the camera, I don't need to do that, Trisha. I don't need to give you a reason. You're the champion. I want it. No BS. 71, quick little segment as we move forward. And yeah, then we have our fun little segment here as, like, we cut back to backstage. Like, now we're into, like, the sort of, like, near, like, the, like, sort of, like, backstage battles where lots of fights happen. You know, we're, like, the docking room. And women are, like, almost fighting again. And, like, we have like, all the road agents, our referees, random people, maybe a jobber or two, like, trying to fight things up. When Taylor Long comes up and says, what the hell is going on here? Look, you women are having issues, and that's fine. That's his business. But these issues, we don't fight in loading docks. Well, sometimes we do, but that's when they're okay. We don't fight in locker rooms. We fight in the damn ring. But what I see here are almost a lot of women who are upset with each other, and they all fight and scream. So what I want to do here, it's Fall Brawl. And you know what happened at that Fall Brawl? Playa, War Games. So, Playa, at Fall Brawl, it's going to be War Games. European Disunion. Captivation. Lather Vivez, Roni Jonah, and you have it out. Nikki Radcliffe, you girls find a partner. 5-on-5. Submission or surrender. Playa. Have fun out there. 59, good promo from Teddy. And yeah, we have War Games, which Fall Brawl. First, let's do the heels. So we have Lexi, Lizzie, Nikita, Messina, Angel Foxx. There we go. Then we got our baby faces. We have Eddie Vidal. We have Wally Vivez. We have Nikki Radcliffe. We have Roni Jonah. And if you notice, like, there's a space open, that is going to be booked currently by Alyssa Alexander. But, spoilers, it's not going to actually be her. There's going to be a reason for that, but I just want to book the match. So there we go. 5 versus 5. And pre-book that. Oh, let me just... All right. And then move on to, I think, our main event. Oh, right. Okay. First, we have Rey Jr. responding. Amy Witter catches up with Rey, and she basically asks him what Palumbo says. And Rey says, you know, all things considered, that wasn't that bad. Like, look, Chuck, I appreciate you didn't belittle me. Well, you kind of belittled me. But I have respect for what I've done in this business, even if you don't completely. And yes, it's true. I've always had support in places around this business and around the world, even as people don't like your background. And look, whoever gets in this ring, I respect no matter where you come from, whether it's a power plant, a luchador, a Japanese wrestler, an independent wrestler, up north, a football player, whatever. If you risk everything to get in between the circle, I respect that. But Chuck, you're right. Most of the time in real life, Goliath squeezes David's skull open and he wins. But not every time. Ask the U.S. Olympic hockey team. Ask Villanova. Ask, well, I tell you some soccer stuff, but let's be honest, nobody here would know that. Every so often, David pulls it off. And it's not so often that David is myself. One of the best wrestlers in the business, the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, who just ended Billy Kidman's long reign and has fought all the greatest big men in the sport. So, Chuck Palumbo, you want to think you're walking and just take this title from me? No, it's going to be a war. So get ready. Good promo, only 4 minutes, but Ray gets an 84 here. Then we have our Raw recap focusing on the return of Tajiri, which gets a 55. And then we have our main event. Oof, okay, why did this not do as well as I thought it did? Well, I got an 83. What's going on with this? Here, we have like 10 people. Okay. Poor column commentator, Lance Storm's fatigued. Oof, okay, we got ding the consistency, so that was bad. Poor column commentator. God, I need to provide more color commentary and low heat for that stuff. Okay, I mean, all right, that makes sense. Anyway, this is a fun little 10-man tag match. Like, obviously, there's some, like, a little bit of tension between AEW the Hardys, and AJ Styles is there. And what happens is, like, the big spots are this. Keith Walker comes out, and actually Jamie Knoble gets, like frustrated with him, and there's a fight before Keith Walker's actually thrown out, but Jamie Knoble is worse for wear. Keenan Sharpe tries to lock AEW and Hardys in hold, but get thrown around. Cash does some flying around him, hitting. But the big thing here is AJ Styles and Kidman facing off over and over, and every time AJ Styles is getting the better of Kidman, including Lance Storm having to save him multiple times. And then things break down as AJ Styles hits a huge sort of like Fosbury flop moonsault on the Kidman on the outside. Storm comes out to brawl. Everything breaks down. What happens is Keenan Sharpe is in the ring, and he gets absolutely obliterated with finishers. Twist of Fate, Swanton Bomb, Catatonic, 8-second ride, all in a row as everybody else is fighting. 1, 2, 3. Babyfaces win a big 10-man tag here on Revolution. And then sort of like everybody celebrates, but there's still like some little tension. AJ gets a 94, Matt Hardy gets a 79, Jeff Hardy gets a 94, James Warren gets a 79, Chris Hart gets a 75, Cash gets a 78, Storm gets an 81. Oof. Oh, right, he's fatigued. Sharpe gets an 87, Noble gets an 88, Kevin gets a 91. So let me just see here. So 8 points ahead, 5 points ahead, 17, 15, 10, 2, -2, but then we're up at 9, 5, and then 16. So I guess actually like only lost 3 points. So overall, show rating, we have an 85. Okay. Yes, I'm setting things up. You gotta get people to get them over. So really solid show. Again, like this is the stuff I want to do is build people up, do some fun angles. Only thing, like there's some people missing around the show, like Monty and Shelton, but like again, if you're going to give women time, unfortunately some of them are going to like lose some time. But I still like enjoyed it, and setting up war games, the big matches, and a lot of fun stuff is very interesting. So let's just keep this rolling. Porsche Perez, she's in our defet, I believe. All right, let's see here. May-wise, let's see here. Yeah, Fifth Finley is leaving, but we have a month with him, so we can do some lots of jobbing. Okay, that's mean. Okay, so, oh yeah, as a side note, if you've gotten this deep, if I've emailed you about the prediction contest, get back to me. Obviously, like, don't need me immediately, but Halloween Havoc will be here sooner than you think, and then it'll be November, and I hope I have some news from you on who you want pushed. But yeah, as a quick look over, let's check out our storylines. So Nitro Against the Darkness is at a 69. Nice. This might just be a dead feud. Like, Chosen Backgrounds is at an 83. Cruiser Stuff's at a 64. Evolution is a Mystery is at a 76. Mayhem Showdown is at a 90. Top Guy Stuff's at a 92. Rey and Chavo Together Again is at a 76. And Advocates at a 92. David vs. Goliath is at a 90. Deceive Notice Order is at a 59. Helping Your Study is at a 65 because nothing happened. Joanie's Back is at an 87. Noble Strikes Back is at a 65. New Rivals is at a 73. Revolution Rising is at an 87. And the tag title feud's at a 78. So there you go. If we look over to WWE, they had SmackDown, which had Cody Hawk and Road Warrior Animal teaming up. So here's a hilarious thing. They actually made them a team. Yes. Cody, Hawk, and Road Warrior Animal, who also they signed, teamed up. So I'm going to have to do some maneuvering around to make them a better team. Defeat 5 Big Basher. Rikishi and Reach of the Suburbs defeat Jerry Size and Little Fellas. Val Venis defeating Al Snow in a ladder match. Rico Constantino defeating Randy Orton in a cage match. Again, I'm going to have to do something with Randy just to fix his momentum. Kane defeated Justice, so that's actually continuation of feud. Brock Lesnar defeated Chains in an 82. Chris Benoit defeated Mark Henry in a tables match. And Scott Steiner and Scott Stall defeated William Regal and The Undertaker. So there you go. Also, I think that means Taker's heel, or does that mean Regal's face? Yeah, so if we just take a quick look on what they did as far as Foley. Again, I might sign in as the Fed and do some slight switches to this, but we'll see. So, for the top guys, we have we have Angle, Edge, Jericho, and Show. Okay, so Edge and Angle are still faces. Jericho and Show Jericho and Show are still heels. Petit still a heel. DDP is a babyface. JBL is a babyface. Foley. Okay, so they turn Foley heel, which is fine. He's a thing. Vampiro's here as a heel. Albert, CM Punk. Okay. So then if we go to SmackDown and we go to their top stars, we have Lesnar, Benoit, Michaels, Undertaker, who has turned heel, which is interesting. I mean, this is his Booker run, I guess. Regal's a heel. Gunn, Christian, Kane, Orton. Okay. Steiner, Carnage, Carnival, these guys. Okay. Yeah, another thing I might do just, again, because the problem is, like, the signings they've made is all basically old guys. Like, Sandman and Simmons are fine as, like, sort of, like, you know, the nostalgia plays. Road Animal, I even like his nostalgia play, and also he, like, signed in real life around this time. But, like, Samu, Johnny Grunge, Jerry Sags, Rick Steiner, like, Glenn Ruth, I'm fine with. Tito's actually, I think, a non, like, Adam Jacobs, I was fine. LA Smooth is okay. But yeah, like there's a bunch of like Devon Storm. I even don't mind, but yeah, I might have to like look into some things and see if I can adjust the rosters. Maybe bring up some more people from DevFed just so like they have full rosters as far as the brands go. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's WWE. If we go to our DevFed, beautiful NWA Wildside, they had their they had their TV show, which is honestly nothing. Like, oh no, you guys have not seen this. Yeah. Then we go to their anniversary show, which had 6,000 people, and we had Tony Jones and Ryan Drago defeat Austin Creed and Matt Morgan. Yeah, folks at various levels already here. We had Matt Cross, Jason Cross, and Asuka, I think. Yeah, defeat Kenya, Dave Riggs, and Kenzo Suzuki. Kenzo's up to 53, which is nice. Matt Cross is ready. I just need to find the right reason for him. Stone Mountain defeat JC Daz, but he's going off to the WE, so I'm done with him. Adam Ortiz doing Rain Man, Jim Ray defeating Onyx. Again, some people who I haven't signed yet. And Weekly House Show. Stone Mountain squashed Austin Creed. Interesting. Adam Ortiz defeated Matt Cross, retaining the Georgia Junior Heavyweight title, and a bit of a banger of a match. And Jimmy Ray defeated Jason Cross, Lazarus, and Cassie O'Reilly. Okay. Then we go to AWQ. You guys did not see... No, you saw Ladies Night, right? Yeah. Did not see this match. So we had the Girls, which is Madison Eagles and Tracy Taylor defeat Amazing Kong and Carla Chambers. We had some interviews. We had Miss Molly defeating Cindy Rogers. We had, in a interesting match for the titles, ODP and Michelle defeated Amy Sakura and Perch Perez for the vacant tag titles in a 53. Saka defeated Becky Bayless, and Aria retained the AWQ title. So yeah, as far as the tag titles go, I forgot that Mischief and Becky Bayless had them, mainly because they had not been defended since April. So yeah, I think what probably happened is they changed heel face, and they just never did them again. But if we move on to the Fed, we had HWA's Big Show, Billy Real and Sai Young defeated Billy Bax and Cheech. Sean Davari, Corey Castle, and Jacobs defeated Barry Bradford, Estrada, and David Corbin. Champagne Page defeated Excalibur, and Ray Steele defeated Matt Striker. Then if we go to the OVW side of things, for the weekly loop, John Morrison defeated Andre Shear, who's a regen. Trailer Park Crash defeated John Cena. Again, Cena's getting like 62s. Charlie Shuba and Douglas defeated Insane Dragon Swift Tony. Riptide defeated Viz Velez. Capitolian Sharkboy defeated Sean Casey and Roy Fox for the OVW Southern Tag titles. Miss Natural and Evelyn Chambers, 54. Danny Peter, Mitch Page defeated Buffy and Joey Ryan. And then we had we had Chantel Taylor defeated Elise Velez. Jackie Joe defeated Insane Dragon. A Squad defeated Disciples of Sin. Lizzie Ward defeated Riptide, retained the OVW Divas title. And yeah, fun stuff. Then if we look around the wrestling world, well, first we have Noah having a big show, so we'll just go over that real quick. So Noah, who had a random 99? Misawa? Probably. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, okay. Chronic defeated Takeshi Mishimura and Rico in a 70. Steve Blackman is here. Samoa Joe is here. He defeated Kotaro Suzuki as the Tiger Emperor. He's getting 85s. Like, he's legitimately a pretty big star. Douglas and Yasuda, the team never needed, did Kamaru and Ichimiya. We had Fujita defeated Mr. Ganasuki. We had Oga defeated Akira Tawai. And yeah, Akira Tawai has hit the old person part. He's just old and busted and can't work, unfortunately. He's not going to be having good matches in like 2018 like he did in real life. Akiyama defeated Kenta in 96. And Masawa defeated Takayama in 88. Then if we go to the events here. Let's see here. What else do you guys have? Okay, so last thing you saw was... Oh, did I show you guys All Japan? Their big show? Yes. No, I did not. Okay. So, they had an interesting show. Steve Casey's working there. We had... Oh, also this guy. Then we had... George Hines and Mike Barton, a.k.a. Bart Gunn, defeated the Violent Playboys of Hazai and Araya for the All Asia Tag titles. Jim Steele and Johnny Smith defeated Oya and Ishii, so Toki Usuka and Tomoyo Ishii retained the Unified Tag titles. Kurt Hennig defeated Nagai Cold Scorpio defeated Dragon Kid in the best match of the night. TEW defeated Fuchi, and Hirose defeated Okamura. The interesting thing is they're still getting 17,000 people with a show rating of 54, which is just insane to me. Let's see here. Anything else of note? ROH had a big show. This is now Ring of Violence as Rob Black is in charge and Vince Ruger's booking. So we had Esther Moreno defeated Mistress Belmont and Daisy Hayes. Ace Starling defeated Gerald Clark. Jay Lethal, Joel Maxwell, and Dave Mysterio. Not Rey Mysterio, Dave Mysterio. He had Don Montoya, Romeo and David Flair. Amazing Red defeated Z-Bar. Chino and Cloud defeated Eddie Valentine and Derek Fraser. And Icarus defeated Mike Quackenbush for the ROH title. And then, let's see here. Anything else of note? Northern Wrestling had a show. Big Japan had a big show. It had big match on there was Tenryu and Great Sasuke. Yes, Tenryu is in Big Japan team with the Great Sasuke, defeating Nayuga Ogawa and Shingo Takagi in a 71, and Hashi defeated Bam Bam. And yeah, I believe that's it. So one thing of note, I think I already said it, but Impact lost their TV deal after like 1 week because they wanted it small. So there you go. But yeah, that's it. Like I actually this was a lower tier show as far as like pure booking, as far as like week matches. But I actually really enjoyed this week. Like the whole women setting the war games, Booker, the big 10-man main event setting up the tag title feud, and just like Nitro, I really enjoyed like Truth winning the title, a interesting 4-way setting up the tag titles, the whole thing, Tajiri coming back. Like Tajiri coming back from injury this week was perfect fucking timing. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, go ahead and give it a like. Comment below what you're liking and not liking. It's on our channel for plenty of TEW 2020 content, including this series. Hopefully I'll have time to do Ring of Honor and maybe even some other stuff, including my Journey of Wrestling and my basketball GM stuff, but 8 times time. Also, it's August. It's nice out, But that's it for now. So talk to you later, and adios. Have a good one.